Ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive, massive game. Everything that we've been working on all year has finally come down to this one final game. Winner takes all, loser is out. This is going to be a very, very difficult time, heart-wrenching times, heart beating out of the chest. We all know that this is what Manchester United have been looking for the entire season. Our transfer window depends on this. Our Champions League hopes depends on this. And most importantly, our season's success depends on this. Can we beat Leicester? Let's see in this match prediction. What's up everybody, it's the Aidan Sports Show. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a Manchester United versus Leicester match prediction where I give my starting 11. I give everything that I think is going to happen in the game and give my score prediction at the very, very end of the video. So without further ado, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on. Let me know in the comments, do you think we will win this game? This is such an important game. Everything from form to players to ability to technique to actual mentality all comes into play in this one more game. We need the best players, the best performance that we've ever had in this game just to ensure that we can get into the top 4, and let's not leave anything to chance. So it's going to be tough. Now, if you're looking at recent form, we have not been great. We've lost to Chelsea in very, very dominating fashion. And we were so bad against West Ham that I genuinely thought it was one of the worst performances I've seen all season. And I don't really know how I go into this game feeling confident. And I'm not. I honestly, I know people are going to say that we're going to be comfortably going through. I think out of all the teams, we are the favourites because all we need is a draw. We get a draw, we're in. Pretty much, that's how things go. But if we lose this game, we're going to have to hope that Chelsea lose too. And that is something that I do not want to leave up to chance. So we need a result in this game. We need a result. And I just don't feel confident. I don't feel confident because I understand Leicester City. I understand that they have been playing very, very well besides the Spurs game, but they have injuries. They have so many injuries. Their back line is, every single player looks like it's injured from their back line. Madison's not playing. You have wingers that are not playing. Their team is wounded at the moment, and they could seriously have big problems against us. But that's all going to depend on how we play. Are we going to play for a draw? Are we going to go and sit back, play so slow, side to side FC? And we're just going to allow Leicester to get on the counter attack. That's what they're good at. We cannot leave anything to chance. We have to go and be ruthless. We need to score the goals quickly. I don't know. But people are picking us as the favourites. I don't really know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this game. But all I know is that it is a must win in my eyes. I thought last game was a must win because basically last week could have got us into the top 4 with ease, like genuinely with ease. But now we're looking at this game and we're thinking we could have had this done and wrapped up weeks before, and we just didn't do it. And now we have to do it on the last game of the season. This is going to be an ultimate test for a lot of players. Young players like Rashford, this is going to be a test for them to see if they can hold their bottle and actually play in high pressure situations. Martial, high pressure situation, we're going to see how well he performs. Greenwood has just come up this year and he's already in this type of situation. We're going to see what he's made of here. Bruno coming into the Premier League. We've already seen that he has great character. What is his character going to be in this game? Paul Pogba, injury has nullified him the whole year. Now he's come back. He's played so-and-so, half good, half bad. Now we're going to see what he's going to be made of here. Matic, apparently Matic played poor. I didn't think so, but apparently everybody else did. So this is going to be a test for Matic, Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. Nearly everybody you could say this is a test for them. From David De Gea to Martial and everybody in between. This is a big, big test for these players. And it's about to see what their mentality is all going to be about. Are we going to be about sitting back, making sure Leicester don't score? Are we going to go into this game looking for 3 or 4, 5 goals against Leicester City? Now, I think Ollie has really changed the way that he's played in the past few games, knowing that he needs to be more defensive than offensive. And I do not like this if this is the case, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been shown that attacking football is the way to go. From Bournemouth to Sheffield to Brighton to to all these teams that we've beaten, even Spurs to an extent, we have played offensive, attacking football. And we've got those results because our players have the capability to go and attack the ball. But against Chelsea, I think that was a game that was just bad formation-wise and bad tactically. Not necessarily the Man United didn't want to go forward. But against West Ham and against Southampton, we were so poor and defensive, and we almost looked like we didn't want to attack, that it makes me worried that I don't know what we're going to expect out of Leicester. Because in my eyes, we have to go and attack Leicester like this. As soon as the kickoff starts, we need to go and attack them because they are vulnerable everywhere. Yes, they have good players. They still have a lot of their lethal players, but they're injured everywhere. Maddison is not playing for them. They don't have much of a creator there to go and give the ball to Jamie Vardy. They don't have much creativity all around the pitch whatsoever. This is our time to go and get them. And if we cannot build ourselves up for this game, if we cannot go and feel the momentum in this game, if we cannot go and fight for this game, then I'll tell you what, if we lose this game, and I truly mean this, if we lose this game, the gloves are coming off. All the aggression and all the passion that I have, or the anger that I would have, is going to come out in the reaction video. I will not hold it in anymore. I will not just say I'm frustrated. I will go completely insane because in the end, we've had so many chances to get this, and now this is the time to do it. Monday morning for me, a lot of you guys will probably be Sunday night, maybe even Saturday night. I don't know, but that is the time. That is the time that everybody has their eyes set on and hoping we can get a result. From Chelsea fans as well, because I think they think they'd rather get ahead of Leicester than us. So, look, I just don't know what to think at the moment. But it has to be a must win. And if it's not a must win, if we do lose this game, then I'm sorry, there's no more defending that team for a bad performance, saying, oh, it's all right, we've had 17 unbeaten. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about how many games you've had unbeaten. We're going to have one of the worst Premier League seasons in history for all the Premier League. It's not just us. Every single team in the Premier League are going to have one of their worst standings, man. The points to get top 4 has been absolutely dog shit, man, to be honest. I'm gonna put it like that. It's not been great. So now we have to go and get it, man. We cannot let this season of all seasons go to waste, man. We have so much riding on Champions League football, and I don't want to leave it to the Europa League. I want to get it now. That is the way that we should be thinking, man. I don't want to say, oh, now we have to go and verse Inter Milan, we have to go and verse Roma, or whoever the hell we're versing, just so we could say, let's go win the Europa League. I don't want that. We have the opportunity now. If we don't get it now, then all hell's going to break loose on this channel. So let's get into the starting 11. And this is going to be a big starting 11, but I do see it being relatively the same. Goalkeeper, David De Gea. Now, David De Gea, for me, had a fantastic game last week against, I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, look, he had a good game and he made some good saves, but in the end we were poor, and it was against West Ham. My apologies. But I just don't know what to say about David De Gea. It's almost like when there's a big game, I start to get worried because I just don't know how to feel about David De Gea. This is going to be bigger than the Chelsea game. Will he have the capability to save shots and to not let the moment get to him? If we can do that, then I think David De Gea is going to be a good choice, but I just don't know where to turn when it comes to this team anymore. So I'm looking at David De Gea and hoping that all that leadership, all those years in Manchester United, knowing the importance of Champions League football, will help put him into a better place and actually allow him to focus on just this one game, and we can focus on everything else later on. But this is just a one game type of scenario. We need David De Gea at his best. Going into the right back position, I've gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Pretty straightforward, to be honest. I thought he was a lot better last game when he came on for a half, but again, I don't know why he was even benched. I guess it's because he's tired. Well, we can't have that excuse. I don't care how tired people are. This is the second win type of game. We need everybody to give everything they have. You're gonna have a few weeks off after this. So I just hope that everybody sees the importance of this game and just gives it everything. I want to see a game where everybody is walking away either super excited or pissed tired because of how hard they went at this game. That's what I want. I don't want anybody walking off the pitch like they never played the actual game. And that's what I've seen for the past few games that we've drawn and lost. So people are just walking away like they could go play another 90 minutes. We don't need that. We need everything on the floor here, everything on the pitch. Centre back position, Victor Lindelof. people could speak all they want, but in the end, we don't have another centre-back. So Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, who's also going to be the next one, need to perform. These two players are a must, in my opinion, and they need to perform like they've never performed before. We need the best game out of both of them. We don't need mistakes. We don't need potential nutmegs into goals. We don't need people getting outpaced. We need the absolute best out of these players. Harry Maguire's facing his former side, so I'm expecting a big game out of him as well. We can't let Leicester take advantage of us like this, man. We can't. With that injured team, if we do lose this game, all hell is going to break loose, man. Going into the left-back position. Now, a lot of people are saying Luke Shaw is fit, but I don't think Luke Shaw is going to play this game. I truly don't. I'm going to pick Brandon Williams. I know Brandon Williams has had bad games as of late, and we can't allow him to have another bad game. But in the end, I just don't see who else we could play there. Foster Mensah played decently there. Maybe that's an option. But in the end, if you're just talking about defensively, I don't know. I feel like Brandon Williams deserves another chance, man. In the end, it is what it is. Wherever Ollie goes on this situation, I'm going to be fine with. I just hope that whoever does play there gives it everything that they have, man. That's all I want. All I want is everybody to give everything. I don't want to watch this game and see people that are not trying or people that feel like there's a lack of effort, lack of desire. I don't want to see that. I want to see everything, man. I want to see intensity. I want to see the drive to go and win, man. This is the switch that we need to flip, man. There's a screw in your head that you need to undo, man. I want to see the best intensity wise. I want to see a fantastic press. I want to see everything that we've been seeing against these smaller teams that we've beaten. We need to do the same against Leicester. Going into the CDM position, straightforward here, Nemanja Matic. He's had a poor game, and in the end, I don't know what to say about Nemanja Matic. I thought he had a relatively decent game. It's incredibly hard to make quick and easy passes when you have a team like West Ham absolutely parking the bus and blocking all passing lanes possible. So it's difficult for a player like Nemanja Matic. I agree, he probably should have done a little bit better, but I feel like people are giving him too much stick for something that's not necessarily entirely his fault. The movement of the team was not good, so how was Matic meant to make a pass? It's as simple as that. Either way, he did have a bad performance and he does need to improve. Maybe me giving him a 7 was a bit too much, but regardless of the fact, it's not just his fault here. And I hope that he can see his performance last week and knowing that the same thing is probably going to happen again. So now it's up to him to try and rectify the bad performance that he had last game. I don't think Leicester's going to go out and attack us. I think they're going to play extremely defensive and get us on the counter attack. So we have to be ready for that. And if we are, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Going into the midfield, I've gone with Paul Pogba and obviously the mastermind next to him. Now, Paul Pogba he's had an up and down type of moment, hasn't he? From the handball, he got saved basically, because in the end, if we lost that game, things would have been definitely a lot worse. But if you think about it, man, that draw really helped us from Mason Greenwood. And Pogba, if that mistake did not happen, we could have won that game. No matter how badly we played, a win would have been a lot better than this draw. And that is at Paul Pogba's own doing. But he's had a great time since coming back, and he played decently in that game as well. Don't think that just because he made one mistake, he didn't play good. He played all right, man. I feel like people don't give him that type of credit. But regardless of the fact, we need Paul Pogba at his best. It's as simple as that. We cannot have a bad Paul Pogba today. I just don't really know how to say it, except we need the best out of every one of our players. That includes Paul Pogba. If we get the best Paul Pogba, we'll win this game. I 100% believe it in my heart. We get the best out of Paul Pogba this game, we will win this game. And I think we could do it comfortably if he is at his peak level of play. The world-class Paul Pogba that we all know he can be. That's what we're going to need. Going into the cam position, I've gone with Bruno Fernandes, the mastermind, as I like to say. If any time, any game that we need an impact player, this is the game, this is the time. We need the absolute best out of Bruno Fernandes. We need goals, we need assists, we need open plays, we need long passes, we need everything to work here. We know Bruno Fernandes has had a little bit tough performances as of late. People are not really seeing the great level of performances that we saw earlier in the January to February type of level, that obviously with the 3 months off and stuff like that. But you have to look at this realistically. We know Bruno Fernandes has not adapted extremely all the way yet. We know that there's going to be more adapting that's required out of a new signing. It's only been 6 months, maybe even less than that. Give him the time and give him the actual ability to keep going. Eventually he's going to get it right, but we don't have that. We don't have that luxury today, so everything needs to go right now. Sometimes that means taking more risks. Maybe it is more risks that we need, or maybe it's the right pass instead of the risky pass. I don't know. That's up to Bruno to decide. But whatever it is, we need it to work. Going into the attacking trio. The attacking trio is going to stay the same as well. Basically, this team is going to be the exact same as it was against West Ham. Even though, in my opinion, if some players do get dropped, I'm not going to be too fussed. If Fred starts, I'm not going to be fussed. If McTominay starts, I'm not going to be fussed. But whatever it is, we just need it to work. Ollie needs to pick the absolute best that he could possibly pick. Right wing Mason Greenwood. Pretty straightforward. One chance, one goal. We're going to need a player like that. If Leicester are going to absolutely play tight defensively, we're going to need a player like Mason Greenwood that only needs to take one opportunity to score. And if we can get Mason Greenwood on the ball, and he had a good game last game, if we could get him on the ball more and actually give him the opportunities to go and shoot a goal, then I think we're going to be very comfortable in this game. We need Mason Greenwood. I don't want to see Dan James, no disrespect. I don't want to see Mata. I don't want to see Pereira. I want to see Greenwood play this game, and I know he's an 18-year-old that has the world at his feet, and anything can happen to him at this age. But we don't have the luxury to go and say, let's do this long term. Let's sacrifice the Champions League this season for Mason Greenwood. We need to get into that Champions League. We absolutely need to. I'm sick and tired of watching Europa League. I want to verse the best of the best, and that's what the Champions League's all about. The best European teams going at it. And that's what I want. That's truly what I want. Left wing Marcus Rashford. Again, I think Marcus Rashford had one of the worst games of the season last game. And we can't have that happen. Now, Marcus Rashford usually performs well against Leicester. So that's what I'm backing. I'm backing that he's going to perform well against Leicester this time around as well. But I'm also backing that Marcus Rashford understands the situation that he's in. That game against PSG, where everybody thought that we were going to lose, Marcus Rashford had the bottle and the mental game to put a penalty past one of the best goalkeepers of all time in Buffon, even though he had one of the worst games, Buffon, of his career at that night. But Marcus Rashford took one of the most important penalties he'll probably ever take in his life, and he did superbly well. We know Marcus Rashford mentally is one of the strongest players that we have, in my opinion at least. Mentally, I feel like Marcus Rashford is super strong, and he won't let anybody get into his head except for him. So hopefully he will see this game as similar to that PSG game, and if he's required to step up and take a penalty, or he's required to step up and score a crucial goal, he will have the bottle and the mental game to go and do it, and I truly believe that he will. And I hope to see a goal from Marcus Rashford, because we're going to need one. We're truly going to need one. Also, last but not least, the number 9, Anthony Martial. These two, Marcus Rashford and Martial, have been competing for each other for the most goals out of every single game, pretty much. Now, this is going to be the deciding factor, pretty much. Whoever scores in this game will have the more goals. If they both score, hey, easier for us to go win the game. But Martial, I don't see how anybody could not pick Martial. I feel like he's been one of the best players that we've seen out of this sort of downward spiral from greatness to poor that we've seen. Martial has been the standout player for me. So he has to start, and that's the team. So overall, I've said all I need to say, and I hope I'm not making a video Monday morning at 3 in the morning ranting about Manchester United. I want to make a video at 3 in the morning, happy, excited. Finally, we're in the Champions League once again. I get to be excited and rest easy knowing that we've got the Europa League after this, and even if we lose, it's not going to matter to me, because I just want to see us in the Champions League that badly. Yes, I would love a Europa League win, but it's not the end-all be-all, and I don't want it to be the end-all be-all. I want to get it now. I'm selfish. I admit it. I'm a selfish person for wanting Manchester United to get it now than later. We need it now. I want it now. So let's hope that we can go and get it as a team. The team needs to be just as selfish as I am, as a lot of Man United fans are. We're looking at this game as the most important game of the season. Screw the Europa League final at the moment if we can get there. This is the most important game that we're going to play this season, and this is going to be a key factor of how we're going to end up doing our transfer business going going forward. So, what do I think of the score prediction? I truly think we're going to beat Leicester City 3-1. That's a bit like crazy because Leicester are going to park the bus, but and also not only that, they're going to get us on their counter attack. So I see them scoring. But not only that, we have been so poorly out of form that it looks almost impossible at the moment to score 3 goals. But I just feel like this team has to do it. This team has to do it. It cannot be one of those heart-wrenching moments when we're waiting for either a draw or a win with 90 minutes to go, with 90 minutes done, and we're going into the added time. I can't accept that. We need to go and actually make it ours from the very beginning. And I just hope that we have the mentality to do that. So 3-1 is my score prediction. What is your guys' score prediction? How are you going to react if we don't win this game? And I'm telling you now, it's a good possibility. Don't think just because Leicester are injured that we will go and win this game comfortably. I feel like we have to, and that's why I'll go on my score prediction. But I could truly see us losing, and I could truly see us drawing, and hopefully that's going to be enough for us. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Turn notifications on. Also, I'd like to know what you guys would think. Would you be accepting of getting 4th if Chelsea lose and we lose, and automatically that would put us in the top 4? Or would you feel more fantastic if we actually did it ourselves instead of relying on other teams? In the end, how would you like to make top 4? Does it really matter? Do you think if Chelsea lose, oh, it doesn't matter, we can lose, it's not going to matter to me? Or do you just want to win and actually feel that you've achieved something, that Man United achieved something without having anybody helping them? Hopefully, deep down, we all feel the same way about it. But if not, just a top 4 means everything. So even if we do lose and we make the top 4, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. But I'm still going to rant because in the end, we've left so many chances to get eliminated. And if other teams don't take it and we end up failing but still making it, then there's no reason for me to be happy. Anyway, have a wonderful and safe day. Take care and peace.